소원을 말해봐.
Hello everyone, RunDevilReviews here with another review. However, this is not a game review, this is instead a movie review. This is a movie by which I'm sure a lot of you have probably never watched, but maybe after hearing my review you'll want to watch it. It's called Haeundae, and in other countries it's known as Tidal Wave. You can find it on Netflix, instant streaming it'll be called Tidal Wave. But it's a Korean movie, of course, and I'm going to apologize in advance. My Korean is by no means perfect, so I may mispronounce several names and words, but I'm going to try my best. So I'm still learning Korean, so anyone who is Korean who's watching this, please don't get pissed off at my constant mispronunciation of Korean words. I'm still learning. So, now the plot of this movie is kind of intricate. There's several things going on, several different stories. So I'm going to be talking quite a bit on the plot. If you don't really want to listen to a big long discussion of the plot, you might just want to fast forward quite a few minutes. So let's try and do this as best I can. And I'm going to admit right now, the plot is so intricate, I sat here and tried to recall it from memory, so I really couldn't, because it was that intricate. I can't remember everything that was going on, so I'm actually going to be reading most of the plot off of Wikipedia in front of me, so I'm sorry, I'm going to admit that right now, before somebody comes on and watches my video and goes, "Oh, you copied that from Wikipedia." Well, no shit, I couldn't remember the whole damn plot from memory, so let's get started. The plot is basically takes place on the beach of Haeundae-gu of the city Busan in South Korea, and it says, so several years ago, Man-sik, a Haeundae local, lost Yeon-hee's father due to his mistake in the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake, which, if I recall, is a real event, while deep-sea fishing together at the Indian Ocean. Because of this, for years, the main character, Man-sik, wasn't able to become involved with Yeon-hee, who runs an unlicensed seafood restaurant. Despite her attempts to start a relationship, Yeon-hee, by the way, does not know that her father was killed due to Man-sik's mistake. Another segment of the story is Dong-chun, another Haeundae local and also a neighbor of Man-sik, teams up with Man-sik's son and gets involved with some illegal activity to earn money. But the two end up getting caught by the police, and afterward, Dong-chun's mother, concerned about her unemployed son, decides to prepare him for a job interview. But Dong-chun refuses. But Dong-chun refuses. I'm sorry, I pronounced that wrong. As time passes, Man-sik finally plans to propose to Yeon-hee on a night with fireworks. That's one segment of the story, is that particular love triangle thing going on there, that particular love story, and it creates a somewhat funny series of moments, but the next part of the story follows another set of characters, and this is basically what happens. Geologist Kim Hui somehow runs into his divorced wife Eugene, who is preparing for an expo in Busan, although Eugene has a daughter, and, by the way, also a new boyfriend. They decide not to tell their daughter that he, Kim Hui, is the real father, afraid that the child might be greatly shocked. Well, yeah, if you grew up for a long time thinking that you had no dad, or that your dad was somebody else, and somebody tells you, "Oh, that's your real dad over there," I would be pretty shocked too. So, another story, see what I mean? There's 4 or 5 different stories in this one movie. A wealthy college student from Seoul, Hee-mi, accidentally falls into the ocean from a luxurious yacht. Hyung-sik, Man-sik's younger brother, and also a lifeguard, rescues Hee-mi rather, quote-unquote, violently. Yeah, this creates one of the funniest moments of the movie when I was watching it. Basically how it goes down is he sees her in the water, he goes in to get her, and he goes in, he has his arms around her, she starts fighting him, because I guess she thinks she's being grabbed by somebody. I don't know what her issue is. And she ends up giving Hyung-sik a haymaker, then headbutts him. He, I think accidentally, if I remember right, knocks her unconscious, gets her on the boat, and basically he thinks he killed her, so he starts giving her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, thinking she's dead. And she wakes up and she bites his lip. It's about one of the funniest friggin' moments of the movie. That moment alone was enough to make the movie one of my favorites. So that was hilarious. But continuing on with the plot, Hee-mi becomes greatly, and I know I'm pronouncing this wrong, I'm sorry, is greatly angered by the quote-unquote violent rescue and annoys him by following him around. But as time passes on, love starts to grow between them. Yes, there's a lot of love stories going on here. But shit does get destroyed later in the movie. Trust me. During the fireworks, Man-sik proposes to Yeon-hee. Yeon-hee says that a ribbon hung outside a restaurant the day after would mean yes. On the day after, Man-sik sees no ribbon, and he meets Dong-chun, who was nearby. Dong-chun tells Man-sik that he told Yeon-hee why her father died several years ago. Pronouncing these Korean words is tiring me out. Man-sik becomes very angry, for he thinks that what Dong-chun told Yeon-hee caused there to be no ribbon. Well, yeah, I'd be pissed too. Somebody goes off and says something to the woman I plan to propose to and makes her not want to marry me. I'd be pissed off too. Fucker. Anyway, back to the main disaster part of the story. Meanwhile, Hui notices that the Sea of Japan, the East Sea, is displaying similar activity to the Indian Ocean at the time of the 2004 ocean earthquake. The Disaster Prevention Agency assures him that Korea is at no risk. Yeah, right. But a mega tsunami soon forms near Japan and starts to travel at around 500 miles per hour towards Haeundae. Hui realizes that the citizens of Haeundae only have 10 minutes left to escape. There's a short earthquake in Haeundae, and basically shit gets destroyed. I mean, this is the part where shit starts getting destroyed. In the elevator Eugene is in stops due to the earthquake. The sea starts receding from the shore, causing mass hysteria on the beaches as people realize that a tsunami is coming. Hundreds of people run for their lives, but the tsunami soon reaches Haeundae, and the streets are quickly flooded, and many buildings are collapsed. And this moment here in the movie is where the special effects really start to show. I mean, this movie has got some amazing special effects. For a movie that's on a $16 million budget, amazing special effects. I mean, shit just gets destroyed. People and cars on the Gwangnam Bridge are swept away. The bridge is getting hit. Buildings are getting destroyed. One of the big moments here is that a electric shock from a downed telephone pole happens on a now flooded street where Man-sik and Yeon-hee are on, electrocuting everyone in the water and those clinging onto metallic surfaces. But these two, Man-sik and Yeon-hee, survive. Now, another moment that really shows the special effects is a big cargo ship gets stuck on the Gwangnam Bridge. Dong-chun, who was on the bridge and somehow managed to survive the tsunami, tries to escape from the falling cargo containers from the ship, and I mean, this is another funny moment. It's like a cartoon. Containers are just falling toward him, and somehow they just barely miss him every time. So Dong-chun survives that, and later on he tries to light a cigarette while still on the bridge, which that was about the stupidest thing he could do. His portable lighter ends up on a flammable liquid flowing from one of the containers, which I'm pretty sure is gasoline. There is a gigantic explosion and the bridge is just cut in half. The bridge is destroyed. It at this point looks kind of like the Golden Gate Bridge after the earthquake hit in the movie 10.5. It's pretty fucked up. Now we're getting near the end of the movie. Hyung-sik jumps down from a rescue helicopter and saves Hee-mi, who was far away in the sea with one of her friends. When Hyun-sik and the friend are together on the rope, Hyun-sik realizes that the rope is about to break and only one can go up to the helicopter. After deep thought, Hyun-sik cuts down the rope in which his body is connected to and falls down into the violent sea. Basically, he sacrifices himself so the woman can survive. I have no comment there. I will talk more about this near the end of the review. The elevator Eugene is in floods with water. She talks with tears to her daughter on her portable phone. But just when you think she's gonna drown, I mean, she's talking to her daughter, and finally the water just goes up above her head. She's trapped in the elevator. The water is rising. It's like the water is rising. It's above her head. She's gonna drown. You think she's dead, right? Well, she's saved by a worker. Just before she can drown, she's saved by a worker. So you're thinking, oh, good, she's saved. On the roof of the building, Eugene meets her daughter and Kim Hui. The two help their daughter get on a rescue helicopter. Before the helicopter leaves, Hui tells the truth to his daughter that he is really her father. Eugene apologizes to Hui, and basically, right after this, a second tsunami hits the building, and they're both killed. And I'm going to discuss a little bit more of this in just a minute. After the tsunami, there's a funeral for the lifeguards and the people who were killed in the tsunami. Among the people who were killed is Hyun-sik. Dong-chun finds out that his mother was killed in the tsunami, and people are shown trying to help reconstruct the city. Man-sik will clean the ruins of Yeon-hee's restaurant, finds the red ribbon in which Yeon-hee said was a yes for his proposal. And then the movie ends with the scene of Haeundae in ruins, but in a hopeful atmosphere. I basically just described the whole movie for you in a plot. I'm sorry. I didn't expect to actually talk the whole movie, but you want my opinions on this movie? You have to actually see it. I mean, I can tell you about the plot and everything, but you're not really gonna... More things happen that even this plot doesn't tell, that I didn't talk about. There's other things going on, and basically, you're gonna watch the movie, and you're going to be sitting there watching it going, oh man, there's gonna be moments where you're gonna be like, oh, that guy's gonna be saved. And then, he gets killed. What the hell? And you're going to be like, oh, well, this person's going to get saved. No, that person gets killed. No, this person... And then you're going to think, oh, this person's going to die. Pfft. Okay, he got saved. What the hell? So you're sitting there just going, what the hell? There's several moments. And like I said, the movie has its funny moments. There's even more in the movie that I didn't just talk about in the plot. So, it's a good movie. I really recommend it. The special effects are great, the acting is phenomenal, the setting, the plot, everything is great. I suggest watching this. This is one of my personal recommendations, and I don't give personal recommendations to many movies, hardly any at all. And I actually consider this one of my favorite movies of all time. Now, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5... 1 to 5 stars, I would give this one 4 out of 5 stars. Because the movie is great, but it does have its boring moments, but the funny moments and other grand moments in it make up for the boring moments of the movie. So overall, it's a great movie. I highly recommend watching it. Like I said, you can find it on Netflix's instant streaming. You can buy it on iTunes to watch on your computer or your iPod. If you want to buy it on DVD and you're in the United States, you'd have to find somewhere that would import it from Korea or the UK, or buy it online somewhere. So, I myself watched it instantly on Netflix. That's how I discovered the movie. So, one of my personal recommendations, 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching this review, and I'll see you guys later.